Alrighty then, let us begin.
Things to do, like info dumps.
Yes, we are gathered in a slowly descending orbit in our autonomous ship, clustered around a data slate with lab briefing.
We already landed.
I mean, I'm assuming we would be
Oh,
doing
this
this
is
while
like-
we are traveling in.
He's just
Yeah, okay.
rearranging events. I told you guys I didn't have anything really ready for your actual mission
that's fine.
yet. So
Yeah, because it's like, oh yes, we're just gonna go down, spend 3 weeks just looking for random cults, and then we're gonna read the mission briefing. You have 1 week to complete this mission after you land. Well, shit.
Sounds fun.
so just tell me when you begin the recording.
I already began it. We are live.
Gosh, damn it! Of course
Yeah.
we are. Okay. So when you guys are huddling around in your little ship in the middle of void space and everything,
Oh,
the data
space.
slate comes up. So it doesn't appear to have anything like, a mission objective, as that has already been informed to you, to your knowledge, which was, it seems to just be some general information on where you are going. For anyone that needs reminding, you are being sent to watch over one of the Inquisitors, named by Vaunus Cade. He is currently, doing some activities on the Hive world that have been deemed fairly suspicious.
Okay.
You haven't been informed exactly what he's been doing, but he's been contacting an unusually large amount of psychers in various ways. How this is suspicious? Not sure yet. You'll
Wait,
find out.
wait. He's contacting a fuck ton of psychers?
That's
Yes.
suspicious as fuck by
Jack.
itself.
Holy crap, that gives us like the perfect tin. We just sell him Jackal, or like we discussed.
No. No.
Then again, he might have something like a psychic nullifier to prevent you from breaking out, which would be awkward.
Yep.
Yes, that would be awkward.
The only other aspect is that he is currently supposed to be on a different Hive world. So, yeah, Lord Inquisitor's not sure what he's doing over here yet. You
So
need to find out.
So he's on the wrong... Yeah, no, I thought he was just making sure, but no, this is suspicious as fuck. He's sending us to a prime mission. Fuck.
Yeah, this
Now,
is like...
there is one difference, and that is that, according to the data slate and everything, he does have a very good record in general of just, he's a good Inquisitor. He doesn't have any particular warrants for, like, oh, he's obviously corrupt or anything like that. So this is very weird for him. He is noted to come into some serious problems with one of the other Inquisitors, though, who tends to really hate Psychers, while, Kaide seems to actually really like Psychers. He tends to actually take them in. No, he sends them to the appropriate place. So no, that's not suspicious. That's normal.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh my fucking god. We fit with this dude's way of doing things based on our track record extremely well. We could just, after we're done with our quote-unquote actual mission, after our Inquisitor quote-unquote gives us a few weeks to recover before the next mission, and just go up to him and offer to help him, and just get friendly with him that way.
So yeah, Kaide generally tries to actually save Psychers from themselves, is what his general modus is.
So do I. That's why I tried to shoot Jacklor when he reached for the possessed weapon.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll usually take them in and, eventually send them on to go on to black ships and such. He comes into, serious problems with another one who tends to just kill all the psychers. So yeah, they tend to have issues. But he's over here for some reason, and they're not sure.
Okay, I
Why?
do have Imperial Creed at the very least. So here's a question. What's the normal modus operandi for gathering up psychers in terms of what percentages are killed and what percentages are sent onwards to Terra?
Generally, it's up to the Inquisitor that finds them in this situation.
Well, yes, but the throne needs to be fed, right?
Doesn't need to be generally fed. But some of them really dislike psychers. They kill them on sight.
So there's a
Others
certain level
try
of
to do as
discretion as to who can be saved or can be stable enough for the trip to Terra and who can't.
Generally, it's actually left up to, the ones who send them off to the ships.
See.
There is no particular thing that states whether or not you're good or not. People that have been daemon possessed have sometimes been sent off, while sometimes people who've simply invoked a very minor psychic phenomenon have been, burned at the stake.
I think I know where I'm supposed to stand on that based on my training in divination, which makes
would
me
be true.
concerned about how people will see my actions when people start to look at how I'm doing things.
So, where you are heading is a place called Malfi. It is actually one of the most powerful hive worlds in the Calixtus sector. It generally controls all of the Rim world and, generally outward bound, just worlds in general. Has influence over all of them. The only place that's bigger than it is the actual primary hive world, and that is just because that is actually in a good position versus this one being all, more to the border.
Okay. What kind of a hive world is the Inquisitor supposed to be on?
He's actually supposed to be over at Scintilla,
Which is
the
capital.
primary one.
Okay.
Yes. So why he's over at Malfi, which is a pretty substantial distance away, is being wondered about. Now, there is a warning about Malfi. Apparently, its intrigue levels are absolutely batshit insane.
Yeah.
Expect people to literally be trying to twist and move and just everything they can to try and do anything.
No, that's
This has
perfectly fine.
resulted in a very serious issue with the chaos and heretics being able to hide on this world very easily.
Oh, this... Guys, I don't know about you, but what I'm hearing here is that we have a perfect in. This guy fits our way of doing things, at least from general appearances, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and this world apparently has a lot of chaos cults, and we even have some leads of people who vanished the moment someone who looked like they might be from higher up came down here. If we can track down, say, a minor cult of some kind and then just tell the Inquisitor that, like, oh, I don't know, that we finished our mission and that cult was the last part of it or something, then we can just hang with him and infiltrate that way and we'll have established ourselves as having legitimate reason to be here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very logical plan.
There's still that. I still have a suspicion there's something big going on here as far as rules are concerned, because your psychic senses tingling.
Right, well, at this point I suppose we would skip ahead to after that shootout and Jackalor can actually tell us in character, because we wouldn't know that originally making the plan.
Mm-hmm.
It would, come up after we had already gotten to the implementation. So, since we're talking about what we're actually doing, I expect we would do this on the ship, because that's probably the most secure place we can manage.
Yep.
It is very secure, although you do look a little weird going to and from the spaceport so much.
Well, we wouldn't be going there every time we go out, but, like, you know, when we need to, we wouldn't sleep there normally, I expect. We would set up a base somewhere lower.
All right. Where do you guys want to be setting up base in general?
Like, probably the worker levels, like the factorums that are semi-orderly.
All right. And yes, there is actually also a huge problem with the underhive being quite a bit bigger than usual. So, yeah.
Okay.
We're
Well, I
gonna set
guess
that up.
we're
How much did it
discussing
cost again?
what specifically.
Trying to remember. How much did it cost for a room and such?
I don't think it was that much. It
Don't think
was
it was
something
much.
like 10 to 20 thrones for a medium level one, I think.
Sounds about right.
Uh,
I know it's somewhere.
Lodging. Let's see. Accommodations. Here we go. Page 153. Mid-grade is 20. Availability is common. It's a like a single lodge room or mid cabin or something like that. Whatever that means. So,
Oh, whoops. That explains it. We're looking on the wrong one. There we go. Accommodations. So you're looking at mid-grade generally.
yeah. Somewhere close enough to the Underhive where we started fucking with things, but enough that law enforcement is still a thing.
In theory.
Yeah. Well, actually, I just recalled. We were gonna try and contact the Arbites right after the shootout, weren't we?
Arbit, yeah.
So we would probably be keeping our auspices on and having a quick discussion about what to do next right after the shootout, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose we should move this to in character.
Yep. I'll place myself, I guess.
Or
Want to place yourselves on there? That's fine.
well, that was interesting.
Indeed. That their leader was unusually well equipped.
Yeah, I have to agree. I generally wouldn't expect people down here to have armor to rival ours.
Carapace at that.
Jeff, can you take a look at that armor? Can you repair it potentially?
Also, I've been having this nagging feeling. Someone probably has been using psychic powers in the area. It's where we've been walking.
In the Underhive.
Yes, it's faint, incredibly faint, but I did somehow manage to pick it up. Yeah, it's nagging
don't-
feeling I have that
you
something
don't-
bad going on.
You don't have any more specific information, do you?
That's sadly that's not how things work with the Psychana.
Taken, are you muted?
Yes, I was muted.
Damn it. 1 second.
I just said, yeah, I can fix the armor, but I can't do anything about the arm. Sorry about that.
Are you sure?
It was completely disintegrated. To miss an arm.
Can he make a perception tech check or something epic? Because that would be a good bribe armor like that.
Bacon, you automatically pass your perception tech check. Congratulations. The arm is disintegrated. You're not repairing that. You'll need to make a new one if that's what you want to do.
I can at least try to evaluate the armor without the arm.
Totally.
Evaluate. Intelligence evaluate or perception evaluate?
I should have mentioned it when you first got it. Not really. I just have those on playlists.
Well, I
You
have
guys aren't my
barter
shadow.
myself.
Chaos and corruption.
So, yeah, I guess we're now moving on to the loot rather than more important matters. Can we evaluate the armor without the arm?
He totally.
Yeah, I did. 4 degrees of success.
Alright, so let's go look up Carapace real quick. Because he did really, really good. It would be good quality Carapace, so it's even better than just normal.
Oh, motherfucker, I want that. Fuck trading it away. You need to fix it.
Sadly, it's not gonna do too much for your purposes in general. Although
Yeah,
against the
it's-
first hit in a fight, it will provide +1 additional point of armor.
Only against the first?
Against the first.
Oh, cause it's best that gives a flat +1 to everything, right?
Yep.
Ah, hence the flak armor. Well, what kind of carapace is it? Is it the normal or the really fancy one that gives 6 as a base?
I'm pretty sure it's normal, but it is good quality. I'm trying to go find the things. Oh, no wonder I don't have my armory. It's right near.
I want to, while this evaluation is going on, take out the pic recorder and record the dude's face that we shot down, the leader.
Go ahead.
I assume I can just
Yes, we have
do
that.
that since that's like a ordinary thing.
Yep,
Okay.
it's normal. Don't worry, you're good.
Adding a journal entry. Info for... How do you spell that High World Way name? Malfeas? Like
I think
this?
this.
Yeah, that should be right then.
I need to remember how much quality affected cost.
It... Fuck it. It doesn't matter and... Well, actually, for... good, it was like ×2 or ×3. I think it was
It was
×3.
×2, and then best was like ×10, wasn't it?
No, poor was halved, good was normal, and then it was ×3, I think.
I'll need to go double check that, but it really is ×3.
Expensive as fuck, in other words.
Yes. I'm positive best was like ×10 though, wasn't it? Something really
Something
ridiculous.
along those lines.
I-
Well,
on that.
it really doesn't matter right now, does it? Either way, it's
It
our...
will if you plan to sell it.
Well, it will, but... We probably want to repair it first anyway, right?
Yeah, if you can. It'll be pretty hard. Good is ×3, and best is ×10. Good to know.
So fucking insane. Like, ordinary carapace is what, like, 600 or
About
something?
600. 575 really, but yeah, about 600.
So that's a bolter gun right there. Easily.
Yep.
I could train into bolt weapons. It would just take 100
When you
XP.
sell it, gonna go for half that, but yeah.
Well, still, that's 750 or something. I think.
Yeah, about that. Should be.
How much would it be with the arm missing, approximately?
Let's see. A single arm missing, that's not too big of a deal, especially if Bacon goes and at least makes oh, he doesn't, ruin the look.
You're cutting in and out a bit.
Right. That's because I'm talking quietly while I'm figuring stuff out.
Yes, it's annoying. Liz.
I don't care if it's annoying. Is what I'm doing. Fucker.
Wow.
Alright. So let's see. So you do note there is also a helmet right there.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit different. But that's basically what he has. The helmet and the armor.
Wait, the helmet is a separate thing, isn't it, for this kind of carapace?
Yes.
Yeah. Some more pictures, make sure I got the armor and the clearly different equipment. Snap a couple of pictures of the thugs he was with. For contrast.
He has Enforcer Light Carapace and a Carapace helm,
Oh,
basically.
that was like a $5, wasn't it?
That was 250 base. So
And both are good quality, right?
they're both good quality.
I think someone is being a naughty. So, well, group inventory, let me just write it down. Partially Borg. Light carapace. Good. One carapace helm. Good. Let's see. So, 575 times 3 for the carapace. And 750 for the helm in cost. That's a lot of money. I think for now, we just strip it off and see if any Arbites show up naturally. I have a feeling they might not.
Alright, so because Bacon managed to evaluate it very well, for that Carapace armor, the total you can get for it, for on average, would be about 690 thrones.
For the whole set.
For just the Enforcer Light Carapace.
Uh-huh.
The helmet would go for about 375.
Okay. So 6 something and 375. So about 1,000.
690. Yeah, just a little over 1,000. Almost should actually be 11. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think we keep it for now as evidence. See if Bacon can. Probably can. Special with. But it might have markings on it that denote a particular group hidden somewhere, or they might have been filed off or something. I don't think we sell it just yet. It's. Yeah. We don't need the money right now, is my point.
Yep.
Jackal or
Well,
Bacon?
then, what do you guys want to do?
What do you think?
I agree.
Just wait here for arbitrage or go to the local or to the closest station we noticed.
I don't think we should trust the RPTs either way, but yeah, we should go to a close station rather than sit here and wait for them to come and try and, arrest us or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't trust the police. They are all
Especially not on Malfi.
Yeah. Yeah, given how corrupt this place is, maybe we don't want to go to the police until we know that they can be trusted, actually.
I'm pretty sure due to this being Malfi, we can't trust them at all. Worth us, they'll be killing us just to get rid of us because we have a chance of doing trouble.
I mean, at the very least, we don't want to show them our badges.
Fuck no.
How is it seen for a priest to kill, like, thugs and criminals? I'm assuming, in theory, I have the social standing and the right to cut these fuckers down where they stand, right?
Who knows?
So, in theory,
This is
yes.
It's a
In
different place
practice,
than your.
yeah.
This is, a hive world. Different sectors, different rules. This is also Malfi. So,
Yeah.
So, what I
Um,
heard was
look.
in theory, yes. In practice, they might just shoot you.
In practice, you could stab just about anyone as long as you can deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Malfi is special.
I think we fuck off to our lodgings and examine the equipment in detail. Just let Bacon pore over it with an auspex and see if we can come up with any new information. Because fuck going to the police if this place is that bad. I just thought it was like a normal high world. If this is bad by high
I told
world
you,
standards,
part of your report is that this place is particularly rife with intrigue
yeah,
and corruption.
no.
So we are on a South American hive world.
I mean, think of the...
Bacon, it's another Brazilian coked out adventure, yes.
Malfi puts every single other hive of scum and villainy to shame. with
Okay,
its scum and villainy.
good. Vamos then. Fuck this place. I think the woman ran off already, right?
Uh-huh. In fact, I will actually tell you, you've been around here for a little while, and no one's shown up. Still.
No one's showing up. It's essentially the idea. Unless they're going to kill us.
Here, I hate to say this because I don't usually like unnecessary victims, but this place is very bad and she saw you use your powers. Maybe we should track her and put her out of her misery.
We can track her, sure.
Because I personally don't know. I want your input on this, but a witness might not be conducive to our mission.
Generally, no, I'd assume not.
I mean, we want a certain degree of visibility. There is also the problem that if we present too good a picture, there's bad things on this world, and they might assume that we're hunting them, which, could lead to repercussions.
Let's go somewhere more private then.
Just let her go then?
No, for now, I'd rather not do this in the street.
She might still be close. There's no one here right now. I think.
This is Malfi.
Say that as you look around. You see that there are many, many windows around you.
Yeah, I turn on my auger array for biosigns.
Oh, there's all those around you.
Are any of them vaguely human-shaped? By the windows?
They're all vaguely human-shaped.
Are any of them standing by the windows conspicuously? Can I roll awareness on that?
There's at least a few of them. Others seem to not be giving a shit. In fact, that's the vast majority, but there are a couple with looking at through the windows.
Considering everything, I'm not surprised if there are like at least 5 different factions looking at us right now.
Are there
This is Malfi.
are there any of them huddling in a corner, pissing themselves after seeing Jackalore?
No, apparently not. One of them seems to be on a phone.
The fuck.
I mean, a box.
I believe that's Heretic Epic. I believe we need to bust in there.
Others seem to, at least 2 others seem to be taking notes.
Yeah, as I said, somewhere more private.
Let's get out of here.
Well, we got the visibility we wanted. Let's go.
What is visibility on Malfi?
The good thing, gentlemen, and this is probably quietly over the micro beads now, is that we have our old equipment still, I believe. So people will generally recognize this very shiny and new armor. If we were to take it off, we could meld into the crowd relatively.
True.
Nobody recognizes the man behind the mask if he takes the mask off, after all. Or the helmet, as it were.
Yes.
Hilariously, Bacon in a way melds in just fine too.
Mhm.
Because though they know he's a tech priest, which tech priest is he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the one with robot arms and a hood.
That's like every third tech priest at the very least.
Yeah,
Every
that's the point.
every single tech piece, you mean?
It's like he's the one wearing the shiny, perfect flak armor. Okay, what other identifying characteristics he has? Well, he's the tech priest in the armor.
It's like literally every single tech piece bad.
Yeah, among other tech priests, they can notice him pretty easily, but normal people just go tech priest.
Walking back towards the place we're staying, I believe our next acquisition in terms of some screamers. Jeff, could you rig up a screamer to broadcast our micro beads instead of giving a audible alarm?
Probably.
I don't believe we should sleep in that room all at the same time. At least without an alarm up warn us. I have a feeling that part was very much noticed, what we did just there. We are definitely on the map now. Someone's map, at least.
Out of character really quick. Epic, now that I have machine trade, do I still need to sleep, or just plugging myself on a socket is enough?
I'll let you plug yourself in. Go into
Okay.
sleep mode now.
So, the most corrupt high world, so much so that it's famous for being corrupt.
Basically.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is like throwing a hand grenade in a nest of rats. He sent us here. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Chris, you know House Harkonnen, right? From Dune?
The Corinos? Yeah.
Yeah, but the really backstabby guys, this.
Which ones?
Harkonnen, damn it.
Oh, Harkonnen?
Yeah, Harkonnen. Every single noble here is a Harkonnen, effectively.
Oh, that's fucking amazing. Giddy Prime,
Yes.
bitches. Giddy Prime.
So, yeah. What do you guys do besides set up a screamer and such? And do you guys actually go and buy one, or
Yeah,
you happen to have one?
We don't have one. We would need to go and inquire for one. They are scarce, so they're not extremely difficult to get, but we do need to get one.
Yes,
Mm,
you'll all, if you wish to set it up to hook up to your own microbeads, you'll need to get at least another microbead to set this up.
Okay.
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure we're going to be deafened if we have it set up right in our ears.
I'm assuming
If
that
Pete has it right, he should
Bacon.
be fine.
I'm assuming that Bacon can adjust the volume.
See if I can.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Tell me if that's what you guys are doing. You guys are going off to the market?
Yeah, I think so. We want to make sure that we get warning of people coming to our room.
Then welcome to the trade market.
Are those arbitres, or are they just assassins waiting to kill a certain group of asshole acolytes?
You're not sure. Probably both.
Hmm. Okay, so looking for a microbead and a screamer. That's like
Yep.
a 160 total by default, I believe.
Yep, that should be about was it 160? I thought it was like 145 or something.
The screamer is 140 and a fourth microbead is another 20.
20. Yes. Okay. I thought the screamer was like 120. My bad.
Mm-hmm. So do you want
Then
to
yeah, sounds about right.
do you want me to make an inquiry check to actually find a thing?
Yes, this is gonna be ordinary. So
So
that should mean if I remember right, ordinary, so modifier of plus.
plus 10, I think.
Yep, it's a plus 10. Yep.
Does
You get a plus
pyramidal
10 to trying to find it.
does pyramidal classes apply to this?
Not particularly. You're not talking to anybody that's you know, working generally. You're looking at people who are selling most of the time.
Well, oh, so I'm more looking than talking to the merchants.
You can talk to them, but the merchants aren't middle class mostly. Middle class here is under scum.
Oh, so these guys would count as what specifically?
There should be peer for it particularly, but there should be like merchants or traders, things like that.
Okay, fair enough. I I'm not gonna roll that. We'll just keep Bacon on standby with a long glass clutched in his paws.
I mean, I am the guy with the nice weapons, so sure, I can also be ready.
One more
What?
line in our cover story. Yeah, they were walking through the market, all three of them in gleaming armor covered with a very small amount of oil and dirt, looking for a screamer for some reason. The plot thickens. God. Better to get the bad luck out here. I'm not gonna spend a fate point on that. I'm taking it.
Don't worry. Nothing seems to happen from it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I assume we spend a day just faffing around generally.
Yeah, sadly, that's how that one ends up going.
Okay. Well, something like going upstairs to dump the loot in the shuttle. Do we need to specifically state when we're doing that? Or is that a hand wave thing?
That'll generally be a hand wave thing unless I have something happen along the way.
Okay, then yeah, we probably dumped it there for now as evidence that might be evidence.
Are you going to put it on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll probably ask Jeff to actually... Actually, I'm gonna have both Jeff and Tahir see if they can scan it with their respective special senses. See if there's anything that stands out.
Sure.
Bacon, Jackalor, are you both muted?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry, I'll be rolling that.
2-for-1 special.
God fucking
So-
damn it.
Awareness.
Well,
Any modifiers other than the aspects, of course.
I mean, psi-sense
mean-
is what I was specifically asking for. I have
you
I
want-
have augurs and free rerolls on perception. I
True.
assume I would just roll myself.
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll Shiny Science then. Any bonuses, negatives?
Not particularly.
Okay. Now the question: do you want to do that?
I mean, how bad could the perils be, really?
Oof, 18.
Wait, what? I'm not seeing a
Yeah.
roll.
No, I'm reading the focus power.
Why? Bacon, can you, like, scan it for anything techie that you can think of?
I could try to use tech use to scan it with my Auspex rapidly changing T mode to see if I can detect anything.
Yeah, sure. Give it a shot.
Can you douse someone, Jackalor? If you have an item connected with them, if you don't know who the person you're looking for is, could we use the armor to track their employer?
No,
Yeah, I thought not.
I need to know who I'm tracking first.
Yeah.
Awareness.
Okay.
How much?
So, Bacon, if you could make me a quick alertness test, with that 5 successes, you'll get a plus 30 to it.
Plus the Auspex that is 20.
Yep.
Jackalor, are you still trying to figure out how to roll it?
I don't think I'm figuring out whether it's worth rolling it.
Well, don't push it, just give it a poke. Psi-sense is passive, right?
It's pretty hard. Yeah, but it's a pretty hard roll, is the problem.
So, when Jeff is looking over it with the Auspex, he sets it up to look for any kind of electronic waves whatsoever on it. When he was doing this, he almost missed it, but he noticed a small tick going on it. And when he looked at the collar, particularly of the carapace, it appears there is a microbead embedded in it.
Hey, feed microbead.
Yeah, that's clearly
So-
Destiny giving us a freebie due to the market fail earlier.
Yeah, totally. Pretty much expected that.
I think this is where we try and have Bacon roll fellowship and us roll like scrutiny for him to motion us out of the room so he can tell us about it without giving it away or something.
Really, he would just take the microbead and go in the front of you two and show to you, each of one of you.
Make me a sleight of hand test if you're trying to do this subtly.
Sleight of hand. Or, oh, here. I should
You're
look.
gonna fail that, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I use
Yeah.
Bacon,
So as he's taking it out, He does so very roughly.
Wait.
And-
He might want to reroll for a less bad failure.
Yes.
You
Because-
have
When I
stuff.
saved.
Oh dear.
No, it's
Wow.
fine.
And that's why I didn't bother rerolling the inquiry.
So, you guys see Bacon just reach down, grab something on the carapace, just rips it right out. On the good news, because he did this, there is a very, at least to Bacon, a very obvious little tracking beacon on it as well. On the other hand, it appears that he broke the wiring.
No.
Yeah, I
Well,
just look at it, just blinking slowly.
I think I broke it.
You don't say.
It's a microbit. There's also a tracker there.
Yes, thank you for speaking that out loud. Flip auger to electromagnetic, see if the machine spirit is still functioning.
It appears that the tracker is still effective. The microbead appears to be fucked.
Good job.
Here's a question, Jeff. Can you repair it? There is a chance the machine spirit of the ship might have shielded this smaller device. And they might not know that it's broken yet.
For repairing something, or at least seeing if I can repair. Perception tech use?
That wouldn't be perception. This is gonna be intelligence.
Oh, so even better.
You know what's wrong with it? You smashed it with your big, bulky, metallic hands. Kind of metallic, not really. Don't replacement hands yet, but you get my point.
I can get only a plus 10 because my other tech use stuff is for connecting, not for repairing special stuff.
How
You
public a
need a
location are we?
technomat.
We are
You
in the
need a
ship.
technomat for your stuff.
Oh, in the ship? Okay.
Well,
That's
you
what-
did real good.
Mm.
So, you guys see Bacon just uses a little mechadendrite to help him out as well, and he just quickly puts on the wires, sets it back up. He even now has the ability to turn it on and off
Okay.
at will. So
I'm gonna go outside the ship and try and see if the signal is making it through the hull.
so you have your augers set up for particularly
Yeah,
electromagnetic.
I would use it for electromagnetic and see if it's picking up the signal from the bead through the hull, looking at the compartment where we left it.
Well, you need to try and set it up for something else
Uh-huh.
then, because to be seeing the radio waves themselves.
I mean,
The electromagnetic picks them up around the thing itself, so if you put it near the hole, that should answer your question.
I'll activate Glimpse, by the way, for a sinus
like
roll.
whatever I need to do with the auger to detect
Just
it,
to look the...
You will find that whatever your ship is made of is definitely blocking the signal.
Oh, thank fucking God!
Yeah. That was with the invocation, by the way. You said that I didn't need to roll that, so...
Okay,
I'm
at 19. That's enough for glimpse, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's 18 base.
Yep.
I'll add a 30 target modifier to the
What are you
Sense
trying
sense
to
rule as per
see? Are you just
What?
are you just
detecting
sight sensing?
sight sensing mainly. See, this is why I did that. It's fucking shit.
Clinician. That's how you pronounce.
Silesians, whatever.
Well, you got managed to detect nothing on it. Doesn't appear that there's
Yes.
anything in particular in this matter on there.
Okay, good. Yep, everything's good.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck.
gonna walk back inside and just towards the door. Like, you know, follow me outside kind of a
Yeah.
there.
I'm assuming we're both coming with you then.
Jeff would just put the microbit slowly back on the place it was, on top of the armor, and just leave.
Mm-hmm. Well, it appears we lucked out. Though it seems that people know that we are not being honest about our mission, that we want to be noticed now. Someone does. The ship seems to be blocking the machine spirit in the microbeach, so we have an advantage there, but I'm not sure if it can record what we say and transmit it once it does have a connection. Would you know if it would be able to do that, Jeff?
It, I'm supposing that he knows. It constantly gives the signal, so if the machine spirit can get away, it just won't go. If it gets a possibility, it will be trapped on the ship forever.
See, if it doesn't record, then we can use it to set a trap for whoever is doing this at some point, right? If it does, then there will be a recording of you smashing it.
I can try to check it and see if there's any traces of recording on it, but probably there isn't.
This is concerning. This reveals a bit more information to the... Okay, new rule. We all have auspices of some description. Anything we
Yes.
add to our baggage, we scan before we do so, or we keep our mouth shut. And I take full blame for this. I fucked up. It's been a while since I've been on a hive. I've gotten out of the habit.
Well, it's good that we now know. At least we figured we at least found the thing.
I assume there's many different kinds of carapace designs. Epic.
Generally.
Have I seen other similar looking carapace armors around? In other words, I'm looking for ways to connect it to a specific group in the upper hive.
I don't think you recognize it on, anything particular.
Is it more the kind of thing that I haven't seen before and can't remember, or is it more of a thing that it's so common that I can't pick it out as belonging to a specific thing?
It's common enough that you couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Stormtrooper carapace armor, then that would be particularly, notable, but this is just carapace armor. And while it's fairly rare, it's also, in a way, its own way, pretty common.
The dude was talking, the one who interrogated, was talking about picking up some stuff and dropping it off. Was there any hint in that as to where the drop off might be?
There wasn't, sadly. You didn't listen in long enough to hear anything.
I mean, we interrogated one afterwards. We terrified him into complying.
he didn't know anything. He was just recently hired.
Yeah.
I already mentioned that. Like, he was a thug that this guy apparently literally went and picked off the street and
Mhm.
gave like 20 thrones to help him out with
Did they have a
gathering some
rendezvous
items.
spot?
Not that he knows about. He did know there was one. He didn't know where it was.
I mean, for the group of thugs, like after the mission, we go here to drop off the loot, and then I'll pay you.
No, that wasn't specifically good.
Okay. I think I have an idea. If we want to keep unraveling this thread. I feel like we need to, because now we have a security risk for our cover, and this just continues to essentially pull at the thread and make noise, which we wanted in the first place. This may as well be our mission, as in the fake one, right? Why don't we get a microbead and set it up to transmit to us and put it on the guy and stake him out? Because if someone wonders what happened there, they will be looking for, well, what happened to their hireling, right? And trying to get a bead on us. They will know that we took care not to kill that guy, so maybe they'll go for him, and we can use him as a bait to catch whoever is sent to recover him.
I need Bacon to make another quick tech use. This one's going to be very easy because you went and just it, so I'm going to give you another plus 30 here, but this is just to make sure that you do know something about this. About your question.
This one I use my electrograph and mind impulse unit.
Sure. That's actually particularly pertinent for this, so yeah.
I think
11 successes. Well, I wasn't gonna give this out, but sadly, I can't give you too much for that amazing roll at the same time. Because both of these are being sent on a semi-hidden signal, but also a fairly open one. Basically, it's slightly encoded, but it is just sending out signals in general. The bad news is that the microbead does have a recorder in it and is sending whatever has happened in the last 15 minutes in about, 15-minute intervals.
Okay. So I need to erase the, or at least replace.
Yeah, it can't hold too much. It's too small for that, but it is recording a good amount of data and then sending it in periodic bursts. Part of what made it hard to detect. Funnily enough, it was easier to detect the little, tracking chip than it was to do the microbead.
I see. Well, this does offer us a interesting situation. Given that it is a pretty good amount of armor, either way, we can get rid of the memory now, assuming that Bacon relays that, and we could just, when we want to deceive them, have one of us put it on as the best armor we have available, kind of thing. They don't know that our armor is comparable, I think. We didn't mention it in character. So it would make sense for an acolyte to claim it as his own if they didn't notice the tracker. Holy crap. This is what we do, guys.
Okay.
Jeff, Jackalor.
Mm-hmm.
We put taken as the tankiest to keep an eye on the guy we sent to the Ecclesiarchy in the carapace armor with the recorder and tracker, and me and the here, lie in ambush nearby, because if they see one of us on our own and they're interested, I think they would try to grab the one staking out a witness all on his lonesome, and then it's suddenly like, oh hey, there's 3 of us here, not just one, and we turn the tables on them. We set a double ambush.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
is logical. I don't like the part of me being on the ambush, but I see the reason on it.
And they would expect a tech priest to be able to keep a track of someone using an auspex far more those than either 2 of us. And if something goes wrong, the here can find you using his powers, and we can try and rescue you if it goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I am not so good at frontline fighting, and the here would be needed to rescue the captive if things go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
God, okay, you're going that way.
If you're going to do that, I'd ask for any personal item of yours, so I can find you easier.
I'll take the mecha dendrite. Give it here.
No, just anything. A screw, a bolt, something that is yours.
He just
Oh God, this is gonna be horrible. Oh well.
Come
lets
on,
what he
Epic, it's
has.
the logical way to do this. We need to get to these fuckers, they know too much.
Yeah, he
You
just
missed one of my hints apparently, but you'll find out.
I love to miss hint. He just gives you some of his personal spare parts that he always keeps to himself. So when we do it,
Okay. I mean, soon as possible after we've rested or something.
I'm now just churning over everything that was said, wondering if it's something that Epic just thinks we missed, or something we genuinely missed. Because I think we took most of things that matter into account. But we said a lot of things, and they know we're trying to...
Mm-hmm.
that we're tricksy, right?
They might
I
just
mean,
try and kill him. Is the
You happen
problem?
to see. Let's put it this way: you seem to have something that blocks off machine spirit signals, and you have a way to get to it pretty easily. And they know approximately where that is, and that you came in on a ship. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they're probably gonna take our ship, aren't they?
They could try. That's not gonna work. I'm not worried about that.
or they could just lay an ambush around our ship.
Do you have logic, Bacon? Can you save us here?
I have logic.
Because that sounds
Roll
like...
logic.
yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing that...
I'll give you a +10.
yeah, I
Personal
mean, I
logic.
did think of it. In a way, they can track us to a ship, but it's easier to ambush us down in the hive, especially if it's just one of us. Which is why I think the bait idea is good.
I'm very logical.
Alright. Jeff was very logical. He's very good at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when Jeff is actually thinking over your plan and such, and with what info they probably have available with them, one more bit. It's pretty likely, apparently, that they are definitely paying the arbitrators. No, the arbitrates? Yeah, they're probably really on the payroll of whoever this is.
So the arbitrates were supposed to be there and they were paid off, is what I'm hearing from that.
It might have been more than just a little paid off with how there was no response whatsoever.
It's more like they have completely control of the arbitrary, so
Let's put it this way, okay? You're about to be attacked by the arbitrators for, stealing equipment.
Yeah.
I scan for life signs.
They're not there yet.
Yeah.
so
I mean, I think we have good chances if we're all there fighting the arbitrates.
Good news is, Jeff has given you the ability to determine where you want to fight instead of wherever it just ends up happening.
Are there any Imperial Guardsmen from Offworld in the spaceport? Is there a company passing
Totally.
through?
Maybe not a full company is coming through, but there's plenty of Imperial Guardsmen around.
Because I'm thinking I have Command and Master Orator. I think we raise mooks for this. Especially if we're willing to flash the badges for this, because this is the kind of situation that could be like, oh yeah, they're green acolytes sent on a mission. They were meant to be secret, but it went south. It happens. Perfectly legitimate. Helps us establish our credentials once again, because I'm still gonna push that plan.
I mean, the problem is what kind of stuff is on our badges, Epic? Is it normal or is it special?
You're part of the Inquisition. It's not connecting you to any particular Inquisitor, though.
Good.
Yeah, it's
Good.
like we are acolyte ranking members of the Inquisition. From what I understand. So
Yep, you are.
So, even, yeah, if we find guardsmen from off-world, then it's like, yes, we are about to be impeded in our holy mission by yada yada blah blah, and we're just like, in the name of the Emperor, for his holy Inquisition, yada yada blah blah, just set snipers on those roofs, will you?
Right.
What do you guys think? Is that what we do here?
yeah,
We'd rather not, but if it comes to that, we should.
we should try to scout the activity of them first, see how many are getting around
I mean,
the.
first, if we don't, we risk an all-out war with the arbitrates, and I mean, not so bad, right?
It won't be all-out war. I'm just telling you that. You'll find out. I shouldn't give away too much. Logic roll was really good, though.
Yeah. No, it won't be all out war probably, because if someone is flashing inquisitorial badges and the arbitrates are like, yeah, kill them, that kind of causes an uprising eventually, I think.
Good.
I don't think they can afford that much noise if we just decide to go loud with it.
Mm-hmm. They won't kill us if we show them our inquisitorial badges. Yeah,
Yes, they fucking will if they can do it with no witnesses, Jackalor.
Well,
Yeah,
yes, but like,
You better believe
if there
it.
are witnesses, they won't do it. Generally speaking.
Generally speaking, it just depends what kind of witnesses we're talking about.
That too.
Well, I think we still go with our original plan and put out someone as bait. Hell, how can we set up to give Jeff the best chance of surviving there?
That's up to you.
Instead
Yeah.
of putting him as a bait, putting him as the sniper that's taking care of the bait.
Well, yes, but then we lose Jackalor, because I don't want to be out there.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a psyker, he will die anyway.
No.
It is true, Jackalor, you do need to be in melee range.
No. I don't. I can hit things just fine without hitting them with my melee
Okay,
weapons.
I think our first move is to find and get a talk in private with an officer of guardsmen in the spaceport.
While you do that, me and Dahir should lay an ambush around the ship.
Yeah, if if I'm not back in like 30 minutes, come and rescue me.
Okay, I will consider you as dead.
Shit. Somehow I'm the bait now. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for a. Well, actually, can I make a quick inquiry check around the spaceport to see if there's any officer that's particularly honorable or loyal around here passing through?
Go ahead, make me a check. -20.
Is that countered by any of my fellowships?
What peers do you got? I'm sorry, I'm trying to set up an arbitrator sheet real quick.
Uh-huh. Workers, middle classes, ecclesiarchy for peers.
Nope, sorry, none of them.
Okay. Damn it. Do I reroll this one, guys?
Yes, I think so. I think this is worth it.
Yeah, at least a slightly failure is better.
Guess I'm gonna try and reroll. There we go.
Oh my fucking god!
Good job.
Who is this glorious commissar?
You have met the Commissar Ganondorf. He is a
Ganondorf?
great and honorable man.
Yeah, I'm
He
just
shall help you in your time of need.
Yeah, I'm gonna just walk up to wherever he's holding court, like nodding inspirationally at his men, and wait for him to notice me.
Now, if any of you try and do anything that does not work, I shall shoot you in the head. But if things go well, we shall party hard. Who are you?
I assume you are, Ganondorf, yes?
Yes.
My name is Cormac, a pleasure to meet you.
'Tis a pleasure to meet one of the ecclesiarchy at any point.
I do have a small concern to discuss with you. You would be willing to talk in private?
Oh, of course. Men, make sure not to get too many drinks. There's no without me. Be buying a little bit.
Does he have an office? Or is he too manly for an office?
It's too manly for office.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna try and make it look like it's just a normal chat, body language wise. Don't step into shadows or anything like that, just talk to him normally, just make it look like it's perfectly ordinary to the best of my ability. To minimize suspicion, hopefully.
Alright.
It seems we have, me and my fellows, have a small problem with local arbitrators. They are quite corrupt and kind of require your help.
Yes, I know the arbiters here. They've tried to take down a couple of my men before. About fist fighting or something like that.
That is
That's
deeply
bullshit.
disturbing. A little fist fighting just shows good cheer and good fellowship.
Correct!
I do, however, have to ask that you and your men help me deal with the Cretans, and at this point I'm gonna show him my badge. I'm afraid I have to
Oh.
insist.
Oh. Of the Inquisition there, I see.
Shh. Easy. We don't want the vermin to suspect, do we? I have a little surprise
yes.
in mind for them.
Yes. Sorry. It is always an honor to
Put the badge away, casually.
help the throne. Alright, I gotta go round up the boys. Where did you want this to go down?
Shit. I don't expect they will come here. I think we set a spot somewhere in the lower hive, not too far from the Ecclesiarchy place like we originally planned. I think that's the best bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, most of our weapons have been confiscated by some rather unruly arbiters themselves.
What kind of
But we can.
weaponry do you use? We do have a couple of spare chainswords at the very least.
That would be great. Some of us could use those.
Excellent.
Mostly, we managed to keep a hold of some, hand cannons, and I still got my shotgun. But
A shotgun is truly a man's weapon. I just casually nod at my own. This has served me well.
good job. Glad to see you doing the Emperor proud.
I can but try. I expect you do the same.
Uh,
I do try to pick a spot that is out of the way enough for an ambush, but that we can sort of get to without being in having to go through other good spots for ambushes, you know?
so, this will require some kind of roll. Let me check skills and stuff. See if something pops out as being good at this.
Well, I can always ask, I mean, I'm a high world native, so I would know what
Oh.
kind of places are most likely dangerous.
Yeah, you know what places are obviously dangerous, but ambushing sites is a little different than that.
Hey, I grew up on the streets, remember?
I know you grew up on the streets. Ambushing is a little different from that.
Uh-huh. Can
So,
it
does
be like
anyone
kind
have
of well?
security, logic, or let's see, there was one more, stealth. Any of these would be good for trying to set up an ambush site to various degrees.
I have logic.
Yeah, I think we should probably default to Bacon line the plans, because he's good at analyzing this situation in this case. And he has the most fate
Right.
to spare.
So if that's the case, I'll need Bacon to go and make me a roll on that while I try and finish the arbitrator sheet. And then wonder what I'm going to do about the...
8 point.
You want to use one? Go ahead.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Saving the day,
You've got a
Bacon.
degree of success. If he had gotten a regular one, I would have actually had a couple of... I would have had another small team getting ready to ambush there. But Jeff looks at it, goes, nah, that one's too obvious, and goes over and gets one that's empty.
Mm-hmm. Arbitrators, try to fuck with us, will you cunts? Ah, sweet prisoners. So glad we decided not to go for these guys after getting the briefing on the world, because going talking to them might have been a bad idea. Sudden life-threatening combat kind of bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always the Psyker, right? So...
Uh,
Okay, well, on that...
I need you to make me a quick fellowship roll yourself. See how much you inspired dear Ganondorf.
For command, I assume, or charm, something like that.
Yep, charm, or command. Well, you did it well enough on both parts, so either one will work.
Any pluses, minuses?
If you do command, you'll be getting a plus 30. Charm will be a plus 10.
Yeah, then it's gonna be command. Holy mother of God!
All right.
Do... I'm not sure I want to re-roll this.
This is really just determining how many people he manages to gather up for this. So
I mean, how many arbitrators would they send against a 3-man group? 6? 8?
at least 5. least 5,
Yeah.
around 10 at the higher end.
Yeah,
Trust
like
me,
if we
they
get
don't know what your levels are,
yeah,
so
if we just get 4 or 5 guardsmen, it's enough to offset the numbers disadvantage, right? I could just spend a fate point to get 1 additional degree of success on that. If I don't want to risk the roll.
yeah, you can. You succeeded, you can get an extra degree.
How many are we going to get now?
I'm not telling you. You find out when he comes over. This roll happens before that.
I think we
Okay.
can handle the fuckers. We probably could with some risk before. We are well equipped and powerful. I think I'm gonna go with this and save the fate points for the combat.
Okay.
I I don't want to waste them ahead of time because we might need them as a no shit thing. I at least might need them because I'm relatively squishy compared to you. Well, I'm glad we managed to surprise Epic again. That's always nice.
I was kind of expecting that to go differently. For one, I expected you to just immediately sell it so that this wouldn't be an issue. I didn't really expect you guys to actually find the microbead and then go, yeah, totally. Alright, now break it. Wait, no, what? Now fix it? Okay.
You know, you know how we plan to do this. You have no excuse. You knew that
No,
we
I know
planned
how
to.
you planned to do it once the microbead came up, which is why I started making the sheet then. But
I mean, our
I would
tactics
not
in
expect
general.
how this ended up happening. You made this look very suspicious, so they're going to be sending people immediately instead of in, like, you know, maybe a few weeks you'll meet an arbitrator.
Well,
Let's hope we don't kill all of them.
I would give orders to try and take one alive.
I will try, but sometimes they just die when I shoot them.
I'm not even looking at you, Jeff. I understand. Rip into it. Just just I'm just gonna tell the commissar to take the last 1 or 2 alive because we need to find their bosses, because someone is ordering these vermin to do this.
Oh god. They have that kind of training? I need to add one of those.
I think
So what are we gonna give them as far as weapons is concerned?
well, it depends on what they can use. We just have our secondary stuff. I guess I could loan out my combat shotgun if we really had to and just go with the Carnodon.
I can
I could
give
go with the Carndon, no, not the uh, uh what do I think? The shotgun pistol.
I can give a last carabine and a last pistol to someone.
I mean, they have sidearms, I think. They said they had hand cannons.
Yeah,
So
they
then,
managed to bring in hand cannons and those haven't been taken.
Oh, hand cannons. Okay.
so I give the carabine.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, how many people is he really gonna bring? That's the question, right? Because that determines how much gear we need to loan out. We have like 3 chainswords. If he only brings like 3 other people, then that's enough weaponry right there.
Yeah.
He brings 2 people and himself.
Can he use a chainsword?
He has his trusty shotgun. Why would he use anything else?
Because if people get into melee with him like with shock batons, that's gonna be a problem.
Nah, shotgun to the face. But the 2 guys he brought, you can give them the chain swords and they can use them. Personally, never got trained in it, so
Ah, he didn't.
yeah. I mean, at first he's just trying to throw it off as, yeah, I don't need anything like a chain sword, but it comes out that he's just never learned how to use one of those. So
I mean, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna give him my shotgun pistol. For if they get too close. And reload it so that it doesn't hold an Inferno shell and just 3 normal shells. Because everyone should have a close range option in this. I have a feeling arbitrators like their stun batons a lot.
they do. Not in the city so much, though.
Okay, I think it's time to cut because we are
Yeah.
more than 1 hour, and I'm going to eat now. So
Well, try to hurry along. If you can.
Good. I might actually have
So
time to
we're
try and
back
make an Imperial Guardsman, too, instead of just using some other stuff.
see, I
Okay,
did good
high
for the
quality
testing.
cannon fodder.
Yay.